Another thing going into college, education-wise, is to go into a degree, that'll be good for you. Something that you like, something that you enjoy, but also something that you can see yourself doing in the future. Like a lot of college athletes go into school thinking, oh, I'm just going to play football, and they don't have a backup plan. So when their football career is done, they're stuck with nothing. They don't have a degree, they haven't finished, or they're going into something that's pretty much they can't do anything with it. So my advice would be, coming out of high school, going into college, make sure your degree is applicable and it's something that you want to do, and make sure it's a good backup plan for you. Just if you're finished with football at the end of your career, it's something that'll work out for you, something that'll be good for you in your future. If there's one thing that I would have done differently, in high school while being recruited, was I wouldn't have gave a verbal commitment so early. Because when you do that, some teams tend to back off. Some schools tend to pull out. Like if they're offering you, they won't anymore. They'll look at somebody else. So that's one thing I would have done differently, is not commit so early.
Hello, I'm Joshua Rice, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what to expect on an official or unofficial visit. More specifically, I know it sounds silly, but what to wear. You want to be able to make a good first impression on a coach. You don't want to look sloppy or look bad. So what I recommend is wearing, a nice shirt, maybe a polo shirt and khaki pants, and something real comfortable, but also something you'll look nice in, because if you want to be confident when you're talking to coaches, and if you look confident, you'll feel confident, and then you'll come off as confident. And first impressions is a big thing about making connections with people, especially if you're talking to somebody like a coach you want to make a good impression on. So I know it sounds silly, but definitely dressing nice on a visit, talking to a coach, is very important. It's a little bit flexible depending on where you go. For instance, I went to Hawaii, and because of the culture and the climate and everywhere, I wore khaki shorts and a polo shirt with slippers, which was perfectly acceptable, but I still looked presentable. So just something you want to keep in mind when you're talking to coaches and making your visits to different colleges.
One thing that I noticed that was different for me from high school to college, the transition, was that the speed of the game is faster. Everyone's faster, even the big guys. Your O-line, your D-line, your linebackers, tight end, everyone's bigger. Everyone's bigger and they're all faster. Wide receivers are a lot quicker. That's one thing that I noticed. Because of that simple fact that everyone's bigger, faster, and stronger now, you have to be a student of the game. So what that means is that you're going to spend just as much time watching film, learning plays, running through plays as you do, in school, because that's how you get the edge. It's a whole new level of play once you get to the college level, especially if it's a D1 level. A way that faith and your beliefs will play into this is that you got to have a strong belief in yourself, and you got to have faith that things are going to work out the way it's supposed to, even when they don't. So you have to be ready for the worst, but you have to hope for the best. Believe in yourself. Know that you can do whatever you want to do, no matter what anybody tells you. If somebody tells you can't do something, that should be more of a drive to do it and to make yourself better.